Hello and welcome to the first episode of Gridiron Entertainment official podcast. We are here. My name is Omar,
And I'm Mo.
and today we're going to break down the latest in the NFL, and we're also going to talk about Hall of Fame inductions, which just came down today. We're going to talk about trade rumors, and we're also going to talk about our predictions for the award shows and our Super Bowl predictions to end off the show. So, Mo, let's start off with the first big news of today that just came out: the Carson Wentz trade rumors, which I mean, this was coming for a long time. I mean, with the way Philly's season went, I mean, it was coming. He has not played to his 2017 MVP season par. And I mean, I think for Carson Wentz, a trade would be good for him and his career. So I just want to get your thoughts on that. And where do you think he should go next?
So my thoughts on Carson Wentz leaving, I'm not surprised. The way the Eagles have treated him is like absolute garbage. They decided to draft Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson, which is insane to me. Um, I feel like their O line was beat and like injury prone receivers, like their offense just struggled throughout the entire season. And where I think he should go, I think. Man, this is tough. I think he should I want to see the Colts
Mm-hmm.
because he's gonna reunite with Frank Reich, and when they were working together, they did amazing. They won the Super Bowl. I would say the Colts or the Niners.
Okay. I like those two. And to add on to what you said about Philly and the way it's been run, I mean, honestly, when you win a Super Bowl, you really need to capitalize on that. And I feel like Philly has done nothing but bring in players that don't qualify to, they don't qualify to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I really don't understand the Jalen Reagor draft pick. I don't understand why they gave big fat contracts to Alshon Jeffrey and Carson Wentz's big contract. I mean, as a guy that won a Super Bowl, I would have done the same thing because I didn't expect him to have the season that he's having. And really, I like the Colts as a destination for him. I really think that it would help him just to get a change of scenery. He's had that season, and maybe Frank Reich can bring him back to that MVP season form. But right now, I really think Jalen Hurts is the guy going forward in Philly. But honestly, it's going to be a few painful years because if I'm the Eagles right now, I would just rebuild and scrap everything. Just forget it. So let's move on to our next, trade rumor going around: Deshaun Watson. Now, Deshaun has had an amazing season carrying the Texans. He led the league in passing yards.
All
Yeah,
right,
his team went
caring is an understatement. Caring is an understatement.
and pretty much like when you see JJ Watt going up to him and telling him, "I'm sorry that we wasted one of your years," you already know that it's not he wants out. And I don't blame him. I mean, how do you trade one of the best receivers in the game, a top three wide receiver at that, to a team to for like nothing but pennies? You traded for a running back that, no offense to David Johnson, but like he's not the same guy he was back in 2014. You know what I'm
They
saying?
didn't even get a first round pick for D Hop.
I didn't even get two first round picks. My goodness, I bet like when the Cardinals saw that trade, they were just like, "Is this real?"
I
Like
mean,
they were
imagine
shocked.
imagine Deshaun Watson looking at that trade.
Imagine Deshaun Watson not even knowing about that trade, which he didn't know that was going to go down. I just don't understand. Like, if you're the Texans, right, and you guys know that the Dolphins have your pick, why in the world would you decide to tank this year? If you want to tank, you tank the next year. At least with the third pick, you'll know that you'll get someone decent that will help Deshaun Watson, like an offensive lineman or I don't know, another defensive player, because their defense has been awful. Do you see how many times Deshaun Watson has to get him out of situation after situation? Like, honestly, they're like an 11-win team with D Hop, but without him, you already see what happens. And if I'm Deshaun, I mean, it's going to be hard to request a trade considering the Texans have rights over his contract and he has a no trade clause in it. But for me, if I'm Deshaun, I want to go to the Niners or the Broncos. Um, I would say the Rams, but they already got Matthew
And they gotta go
Stafford, which
Stafford.
we already will talk about later in the show. But I
And
want to.
also, like what you were talking about with Deshaun Watson carrying, I don't know. Like I think you remember this game. It was Week 17 against the Titans. They were down they're down by a field goal. I think the Texans, and he literally drove them with like 30 seconds left. They tied the game, and then their defense just gave up completely, and the Titans won.
And also, like, he's doing it with Will
No
Fuller
one.
out, and he has Kiki QT and Brandon Cooks, and you know how many times Brandon Cooks has been traded around left, right, and center. It's yeah,
And also like Deshaun Watson, he's like one of my favorite. He's actually my favorite player in the league.
okay.
Definitely. Like the fact like to see him like just carrying the scrub team that the Texans are, like it's kind of sad. Like to me,
Yeah, me
he,
too.
he's putting up these crazy numbers and like nothing nothing is working.
Exactly. And you can really blame Bill O'Brien for that, which I really don't understand why teams decide to make a coach a GM. It really doesn't make any sense. You look at like Chip
I would
Kelly.
never ever do that. I would never make
Yeah.
a coach a GM.
Just let the GM be the GM. Like, okay, let the head coach be the head coach. Let the whatever do the whatever. Let everyone just do their jobs. And, if the GM sucks after 3 years, just let him go. You know what I mean?
There's a reason why like barely any teams make a coach GM.
I mean, yeah. And the only other one that we know is Bill Belichick. He's the GM. So, like, it's just, and,
But he's the greatest coach of all time.
exactly. And I mean, deservingly so. But like for me, I really don't care how good you are as a head coach. You don't make a head coach a GM. You just let the GM be the GM. That's how I would do it. And we'll see what happens with Deshaun. I really want him to leave. He you saw on Andre Johnson's tweet, right, about the Texans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
It's just
And like if he could go to like the Broncos, they're automatically contenders in my book. Because like look at
definitely.
that team. They have a young receiving core. They got Cortland Sutton coming back. They got what's his name? Oh, I forgot his
They
name.
got Jerry Judy there,
Yeah,
and they
Jerry
got
Judy.
Noah
Yeah, yeah.
Fant. Like they got a lot of good weapons. It's just they
Their
need the
defense is
quarterback.
good. It's always been good.
Their defense has been good since they won the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, they've had some games where their run defense really did fall off, but I really do think the Broncos defense has
They've
kind
been
of
consistent.
maintained. They've been consistent. They actually have. All right. So that's pretty much enough about Deshaun. We're gonna go on to Andrew Luck. Rumors going around, Mo, that Jim Irsay is having talks with Andrew Luck to come back to the Colts, and a lot of people have been saying that those rumors are false. What do you think of an Andrew Luck comeback in 2021? Do you think that is likely?
Man, that would be insane if that actually happened. Like, because like when I saw, I mean, I think all of us when we saw that Andrew Luck retired was shocking. Like, I was shocked because like I actually loved it. I love Andrew Luck, to be honest. He's a great player. He's always been like a consistent player throughout his entire career, and like the fact that the like Colts fans, like I don't have a problem with Colts fans. I think they're cool, but like when like it was in a preseason game, I think, and like when the news broke out that he retired, he got booed off the field, which like I think was just like sad because like he carried that. I mean, he can't not carried, but he did so much for that franchise, and like there's nothing he could really do about retiring. Like he had to retire for his own like well being and mental health, and like the fact that he got booed off is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And I also do think that your health really comes first. Football isn't everything at the end of the day. And I know for these players that football isn't everything. I just think that if the GM actually decided to bring in some weapons to help,
But I'm just
Andrew
saying,
Luck.
If Andrew Luck comes back, they're scared for the Chiefs. I'm saying it here.
Yeah,
They're
I think so too. I really do think that they are automatically back in the contentionship. I really do think if the Colts can just get, I'm thinking like they have the running back, they have the
they got the O
receivers,
line.
they got the O line, they got the defense, maybe like
Sneaky.
another pass rusher, maybe an extra one. You know what I mean? Just to line up with what's his face?
Darius
Armstead.
Leonard.
Is it Armstead or who? No, Darius Leonard's linebacker. Who's the other pass rusher? Armstead, right? I think it's Armstead. but I might be wrong. But I think it's Armstead. Anyway,
And if they could get like one more receiver, maybe like a star receiver, because they have a lot of cap space.
oh, definitely. I know they do for sure. For sure. They have a lot of cap space. So they can get them and it'll be cheaper than getting Carson Wentz, to be honest with you, you know? So, I mean,
There's a lot of good receivers in the market right now. So they could get a star receiver and they could get a QB.
they can get another one. I think get another star receiver. If they can get Andrew Luck back, I really do think that they're coming for the heads of the Bills. Like they're back on top and they're going to take the division easily because I really don't see anyone in the AFC South besides the Titans really contending for that spot. But I really do
But
think
I'm gonna
that.
be honest, like I highly doubt he's coming back.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I just think it would just be nice, but I don't think he's coming back. It would be nice to, but I really don't think he would. I think
I
he's the
don't think he
type of
wants
guy.
to.
Yeah, and I think he's the type of guy that sticks with his word, you know. I think he's the type of guy that when he says something, he just goes through with it. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the big trade of the off season before the Super Bowl, which usually like those trades there's usually big trades that happen before the Super Bowl, and this one can't be any bigger. Matthew Stafford, longtime Detroit Lion, gets traded to the Los Angeles Rams for two future firsts, a third, and Jared Goff is off to Detroit. I am so happy for Matthew Stafford. Feel bad for Jared
Another
Goff.
another Hall of Fame career wasted by the Lions.
Absolutely. I really do think finally the Lions have done good by Stafford to finally let him go to a really good team that they just really need better QB play. Like I really don't and they got rid of Jared Goff's big contract, but the big issue is for the Rams because these guys are contending. They don't have a first round pick until 2024.
But the thing is, like the trades that have like they've given up a first round pick, it's usually paid out. Like Jalen Ramsey.
Definitely. I mean, and Jalen Ramsey is one of the best corners in the league. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it. So, I want to get your thoughts on this, Mo. Like, finally, Stafford is out. I know you're a Packers fan, and I mean,
Yeah.
I know you have respect for Stafford in that division because you know how good of a quarterback he is, and you know you want the best for him. I just want you to think. I just want your thoughts on Stafford going to the Rams and finally getting out of Detroit.
Oh yeah. So yeah, as a Packers fan, I've always had respect for Stafford. I feel like his potential or his career has been wasted. Um, like he's just put up ridiculous numbers with the Lions, and they never make the playoffs. I think their best season with him is 9-7, which is ridiculous. But like I love Matthew Stafford, but I read about this thing online. I don't know if it's true, but apparently Matthew Stafford, he's first in like amount of passes like thrown that are like likely to be intercepted or something like that. You know what I
That
mean?
that is a crazy stat. I didn't
Yeah,
even
right.
know
He's
that.
either no, he's either like first or second in that. But like, and also this season, like he kind of like had a downfall, but like he's still a good player. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Lions won this trade hands down.
Okay, I can see why. I think for the future, the Lions actually did win this trade because if the Rams don't win a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years, this trade is kind of a bust when you think
They're
about
in
it.
win now mode.
They are in win now mode. Now, the question is, what do they do with Goff's contract? Do they actually is he actually their quarterback going forward? I really don't know. But with those two future firsts, they can get a quarterback likely later, which I mean, but I feel like this is the year you do get a quarterback, and the Lions could get one at 7. But do I think that they will? No. I really think they're going to go for a need on defense because they really do need defense because it's not great.
Or receiver Kenny Golladay.
Because Kenny Galladay is out of the door, I think. I think he's done with, and he wants big money, and he deserves to get paid big money. And I really don't think Detroit, if they're going to go into this rebuild mode, I don't think they're going to sign Galladay to an extension. As much as they would like to keep him, I don't think he'll stay. Yeah. All right, let's go on to our next topic. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame inductions that just went down. You know, these players are players that we've seen, Mo. They've done great things for the league. Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Tony Dungy, Megatron, Derek Brooks, Tom Flores, Reggie Wayne, Rondé Barber. it's very
Stacked Hall of Fame class.
it's very interesting to see Megatron get inducted like so early because I just saw a stat saying that he got inducted. He's like the third player inducted that's 35 or under. Isn't that crazy how he just retired like what, like 3-4 years ago?
Man, I mean, it feels like yesterday he retired, honestly.
Yeah, I think me and you agree that all time he's the top three wide receiver. I think we can come to a agreement with that.
Yes.
He's done so much for Detroit. Peyton Manning, two-time Super Bowl champ. Great player for the Colts. We already know what he's done and his legacy. He cemented. Charles Woodson, lockdown
Packers
corner for
legend.
the Raiders. Packers won a Super Bowl with the Packers. He's done amazingly. I'm glad he got to win a ring, go out, get big money with the Packers, go get that ring, and then he retired as an Oakland Raider, which is fine because I think that retiring with the team you started with is that's what a lot of players do. And then like Reggie Wayne, great receiver that played with Peyton Manning, and a few other people on here like Tony Dungy is a Hall of Fame coach. He's done so many great things for the Colts, and these guys deserve to be in Canton, and we look forward to them being inducted in Canton this summer. All right, let's go on to the award show. Obviously, this year we have the MVP award and we have offensive, defensive, and head coach of the year. So we're gonna go through the big awards, Mo. I'm gonna let you start because I've been rambling throughout this whole thing. Who do you think is gonna win the following awards: MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player, Offensive Rookie, and Head Coach of the Year?
So MVP is definitely a lock for Aaron Rodgers. Like the season he's had, 50 total touchdowns and like only like 5 picks. Insane. Offensive Player of the Year, I got Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards. Basically, was the entire Titans offense. Defensive Player of the Year. I would like to see TJ Watt win it, but I think Aaron Donald's got it.
Okay.
It's Aaron Donald. He's like the best on QB in the league or player. What else was there?
There's also Offensive Rookie and Defensive Rookie and Head Coach of the year.
Oh yeah. So offensive rookie, I got Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Like, I thought he was a bust. I mean, I know you thought he was a bust.
I thought he was a bust because he threw 3 picks in the bowl game, and I was like, why did the Chargers pick this guy at like 4? And I thought that Tua would be.
I think everyone thought it was a bust. Like I never expected him to have the season that he had.
Oh, definitely. I think no one did. No one thought he would break the rookie record for touchdowns thrown. So touchdown passes. Okay. Defensive rookie. Who do you got?
I got defensive rookie. Oh, Chase Young.
Okay.
Chase Young.
Okay.
He's basically. I mean, like I feel like he basically like made that Washington. I mean, like I knew the Washington defense was pretty good, but I feel like he made it like because he's like pretty motivational. I feel like he woke that like defense up and like work harder. And like
I think he brought a whole different energy to the defense. A young, exciting player coming out of the draft. He just wants to see them, and I also think Riverboat Ron had a lot to do with that as well. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Chase Young. I pretty much agree with all of your awards so far. What about
coach of the year? I got Kevin Stefanski. Definitely.
Oh my!
He literally brought the Browns, who have been like a disgrace to the league for 20 years. He literally brought them to the first ever playoff appearance, the first ever playoff win. He got Baker better, and I feel like Baker Mayfield's overrated, definitely, because he's had 3 different coaches in his 3 years in the league, which is insane. And like he finally found his coach. The Browns have found their coach.
You can also say that a guy like, I guess, for example, Alex Smith. The guy had 7 different head coaches or 7 different offensive coordinators. Like, how do you expect to learn 7 new offenses each year, bro?
That's why I feel like you shouldn't judge a player just like by how they play. I feel like you have to judge by their coaching because coaching is a huge like factor in how they play.
Yeah, definitely. And I really do think that if you're really going to learn a new offense, like it's going to take some time for the offense to gel. Like it's not going to be like first week you got everything down. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly.
So I pretty much agree with all the awards that you're offered, that you said. I guess one award, I it was between is the offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year with Herbert and also Justin Jefferson, because that guy is the first rookie to have 1,400 receiving yards, which is outrageous. He made Kirk Cousins look sick, and I mean the offense had a good year, defense not so much. But anyways, I pretty much agree with all those awards that you stated, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had an amazing season. I really wish, I'd rather see him in the Super Bowl on Sunday because I really want a Mahomes Rodgers matchup because we never got that yet. So
Hopefully
maybe,
next year.
hopefully next year, we'll see what happens. Always got to be optimistic. I think the Packers will be back. It's just if they can just make a few adjustments, I think they'll be just fine. All right.
Do you think J.J. Watt would be a good fit with the Packers?
I think he would be a good fit with the Packers. I don't see why not have him there. I think
It's like I heard he's either going to the Packers or the Steelers.
if he goes to the Steelers, that defense is going to be crazy. Because I know the Steelers
Exactly.
are going to have a couple of guys walk, like Bud Dupree. I don't think they're going to bring him back, and I really do think.
Imagine T.J. Watt and J.J. Watt, the Watt brothers
Together. I know on the same line, and I mean, if that does happen, I mean, I'm gonna be happy for JJ because he's done so much for the Texans.
I know, like you as a Ravens fan, you're not gonna like that.
No, I will not because the Steelers defense is already good and they're going to get 100 times better if they get JJ Watt. And with everyone, and by the way, with everyone that got hurt as well, when everyone comes back, their defense is going to be a lot better because remember, they played hurt towards the end of the year. So,
and also, I feel like people who say JJ Watt's overhated, like I feel like that's just stupid because he was the most double teamed defensive end in the league last year.
Yeah,
he was the most double teamed.
And also, like, he's a likable guy. He's not like someone that everyone hates. You know what I mean?
Hey, he's done so much for Houston.
100%, 100%. 100%. And we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I think it's going to be fun watching these trades go down in the next couple of months. I mean, next month, because, the NFL doesn't end. We got the off season, we got the pro days, we got the draft, we got a lot going on. So,
I mean, next week, Carson Wentz, or like this week, Carson Wentz could get traded.
Exactly. I mean, this week is ending. So, I mean, maybe next
week. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. But all right, let's end off the show with our Super Bowl predictions.
The big game.
I thought about it a lot. I analyzed what both teams offer. I saw what happened last time they played. I saw how Brady played in the NFC Championship game, and it really made me suspicious because he threw 3 picks, and that's not
that second half he had was terrible.
Yes, 100%. So, and the Chiefs, man, the Chiefs are just too good. Like Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce is basically another wide receiver on the team. He's not even a tight end anymore. Like what? But and their defense is like, it's not great, but it's above average. Like it's not that bad.
They got a good D-line. They got Tyrann Mathieu.
Exactly, Chris Jones. Like, oh man. So this is gonna be a slugfest. The only way that the Bucs would win this game is if they take away Tyreek or Kelce, but they need to find a way to take away both, or they need to bring more pressure on Mahomes. They don't blitz enough, man. Like if they can blitz enough on Mahomes and get him,
I just don't see. I just don't know anyone who guards Tyreek Hill or Kelce on that.
Exactly. No one has. And the amount of time that Mahomes has in the pocket is crazy. Like he just makes things happen, bro. Like
yeah, exactly.
This is how he got there. So after further evaluation, I have decided that I am going to pick the Chiefs, and I think the score will be, I'm going to go 38-34, and the Super Bowl MVP will be, I don't want to say it's Tom Brady, but I want to give it to, I think if I'm going to pick somebody, it's probably going to be a receiver. And I really do think that it's probably going to be I'm gonna go with Mike Evans on this one. I think Mike Evans will win the MVP because I really, unless like Brady puts up like 4 touchdowns, and that's possible. But
So wait, so you got Chiefs winning, but yeah, Mike Evans is.
all right, hold on. Sorry, what am I thinking? Sorry about that. It's not gonna be that. So the MVP is either gonna be Mahomes. I have 3 picks: Mahomes, Kelsey, or like Chris Jones. But most likely it will be Mahomes.
All right, that's good predictions. I got the Chiefs as well.
Okay.
But I mean, like, man, I've been deciding so much. Like, a part of me thinks like Brady's gonna lead the Bucks, but I don't see anyone who could stop the Chiefs offense. So I got the Chiefs winning 31-24.
Okay.
And I got the Super Bowl MVP to Tyreek Hill. He's gonna get 2 touchdowns and 200 receiving yards.
All right.
Actually, no, 150 receiving yards.
That's actually not bad. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Those are our picks. We'll come back. Have we decided on the days? I think we're gonna run what? We're gonna post what, Tuesdays and Fridays, but today it's just like it's like the first episode. We'll post it on a Saturday, and we can just post every Tuesday and Friday. We can just record. Or
yeah,
Tuesday.
one's gonna be about NFL, one's gonna be about college football.
So on Tuesday, when we get the days down for two shows a week, we're gonna talk about college when we come back, and then NFL, and that will most likely be the next NFL show. Will be most likely be our NFL recap and our predictions for the off season. So, Mo, you have any closing remarks before we go off?
Just thank you, like, to everyone who's gonna be watching the podcast. I can't wait. I'm excited. First episode was fun. Talk about football.
Yeah. And we hope, and we're excited to talk about more, and we really do enjoy doing this podcast, and we hope to make more episodes. All right, and we will see what happens on Sunday. Good night, guys.